Now, the first activity that we're going to be discussing is called the anger iceberg activity. This one I personally like the most. Now, this is a drawing activity that promotes emotional identification as well as unraveling the underlying feelings that are usually attached to anger. Now, the first thing that you want to do is have the client draw an outline of an iceberg. Then you want them to draw a line representing the ocean, leaving the tip of the iceberg exposed above the water. Now, have your client write the word angry above the iceberg near the tip. Now, there are a few ways that you can go with regard to facilitating this activity, and I would recommend this way. Now, the first thing that I have my clients do are note a few instances in which they've been angry so that they can have concrete examples. Now, let's say in response to that question, the client says, the last time I was upset was when my mom grounded me. And then I would say something along the lines of, well, why? Why did she ground you in your opinion? And let's say they said something along the lines of, because I got home late and I was out past my curfew. So then I would say it definitely feels like you experience anger, no question about it. What else do you think you were feeling? And then initially you might get something along the lines of, I don't know, just anger. This is the classic response to that question. You want to make sure you are asking those follow-up questions to get more out of your client. And then once they take time to truly think and process how they were feeling in that moment, you might get responses like they felt tired, they felt embarrassed, maybe they felt even a little bit ashamed that they were out past their curfew when they know they're not supposed to. So make sure you are asking those follow-up questions in order to guide them to those potential secondary feelings and emotions that they are experiencing beneath the surface. Now, once they have identified a few emotions, a few underlying emotions that they were experiencing at that time, have them write it down in the bulk of the iceberg. Now, repeat that process until you have a solid list of emotions that were attached to that experience or several more experiences. Then recap the purpose of the therapeutic intervention. Be sure to highlight how anger never operates alone and that there are always attached underlying emotions that contribute to that feeling that we're experiencing, and that's anger. Those additional emotions always tell a bigger picture.